Good evening, all. Let's study today the two very important topics in digital circuit, which is flip flop and latch. So, to save time, I have drawn a waveform at the top and my D latch at the bottom left. So, in latch, what happens when there are two cases? So, when the clock is one, so when the clock is high, so your output Q follows the D or output Q becomes D. But when clock become low or zero, then the Q output Q holds the previous value. So which is a Q previous. It will hold the previous value. Let's understand this concept through the waveform. So as you can see the clock, this is zero level, this is 1, this is 0, this is 1. So I will just look at label 1 or logic 1. So this is my logic 1, this is my logic 1, this is my logic 1. So now as per the definitions, as I said, when clock is 1, Q will follow the D. So I will just follow the input. I will just follow it and draw the waveform of Q. Now, when the clock is 0, so in this area, the logic is 0. So when clock is 0, it will hold the previous value. So this is my the previous state is high. So I will keep on moving as a high, and then here I will transition from 1 to 0. Here the previous value is high, I will keep on high. Here at this stage I don't know what is the value, so I don't know whether it is 1 or 0, so I will keep like this. So this is my latch. I hope this is very much clear to you, and now you can easily write or explain latch to anyone. Now let's understand what is flip flop. So in flip flop I will use the same D flip flop. So here just one difference, you denote the clock by a triangle signal in flip flop. And what happens, why you need flip flop? Because sometime uh, in in the clock interval, so when I say clock interval, this is complete clock period, you don't want your output to change, and that is why you need a flip flop. So what I will do, so I will just look this from 0 to 1, and I will look 0 to 1 transistor here, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. So at 0 to 1, you see what is the input. So 0 to 1, the input is high. So I will mark it as a high. At here 0 to 1, the input is low. So I will mark it as a low here. And here 0 to 1, the D is high. So I will mark it as a high. So what will be my Q? So this will hold it. So it will be high, and then here it will be low, and then here it will be low, and here again moving from 0 to 1, and again this high. And in this I don't know what is in output, 1 or 0, so I'll keep it like this. So this is my flip flop. I hope I have made clear both latch and flip flop. Please write in comments if you have any query. We will try to resolve it. So this is my flip flop, this is my latch.